The moment she stepped into the apartment, I froze. Her blouse was buttoned wrong. Every other day it sat perfectly, aligned with meticulous precision. Today, 3 buttons were swapped. Her leftover right in a way that made me question everything. I didn't hear her keys jingle, didn't see the little smile she tried to mask, but that blouse screamed at me louder than words ever could. I gripped the edge of the kitchen counter, heart hammering. Something had happened. Something I wasn't supposed to know. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. It started in New York, in our cramped 34th floor apartment overlooking the East River. I had spent the morning scrolling through her phone, something I swore I'd never do, but the receipts didn't lie. Lunch at a boutique cafe downtown with someone named Marcus, the same day she claimed to be at a conference. At first, I thought maybe it was a misunderstanding. A coworker perhaps. But then came the hotel reservation hidden under an alias. That's when the unease dug its claws into me. She walked past the living room with her heels clicking against the hardwood, a trail of confidence I once found alluring. "Hey, honey," she said, voice smooth, but I caught the faint scent of cologne that wasn't mine. My stomach twisted. I tried to keep normal. "Long day?" I asked. "Too casual." She smiled, a little too quickly, and shifted her purse to hide something. The blouse. That blouse, wrongly buttoned, subtle, but deliberate. My chest tightened. I realized then, she was careless, or she wanted me to notice. I followed her to the bedroom under the guise of helping unpack. That's when the denial kicked in. "You're imagining things," she said, eyes narrowing. "You've been paranoid lately." She laughed, but it was brittle, the kind that cracks under pressure. I wanted to punch the wall. Instead, I nodded. But the blouse didn't lie. Over the next week, I became a ghost in my own life. I watched, recorded, collected receipts, GPS logs, even messages she thought deleted. Marcus was a junior executive at her company, a smug, grinning man who treated our city like his personal playground. The thought made bile rise. I didn't confront. I didn't shout. I manipulated. A casual suggestion here, a probing question there, planting seeds of doubt in her mind. She was good, too good, reading my face like an open book. But I learned quickly, arrogance blinds. One night, in our dimly lit apartment, I played the recording of her laughing with Marcus in a hotel suite. I let it play over and over. She froze, realizing I had been more careful, more observant than she'd imagined. That's when her mask slipped, subtle tremors in her smile, quick blinks, hands twisting nervously. I didn't cry. I didn't beg. I sat in the dark, silent, letting the realization settle on both of us like ash. She had underestimated me. I began planning quietly, every move calculated. Divorce lawyer consultations, financial statements, even careful whispers to her HR department about potential conflicts of interest, all designed to dismantle her world without touching mine. It was legal, methodical, and merciless. The trap was simple. A supposed business dinner with Marcus. I made it sound urgent, then subtly leaked details to HR and her boss. The double booking, the falsified expense reports, the suggestive emails, everything converged in the office inbox while she smiled, thinking she was untouchable. The day it hit, I watched from a nearby cafe across the street. Her face drained as emails, messages, and HR calls stacked up in real time. Marcus tried to hide his smug grin, but faltered. She couldn't meet my eyes when she left work, shoulders tight, lips pressed into a thin line. The cold satisfaction of witnessing their downfall in silence was almost intoxicating. Back in our apartment, she didn't speak for hours. She tried to sit at the dinner table, blouse still misbuttoned, but the arrogance was gone. I poured a glass of wine, slid it across to her, and didn't say a word. The apartment smelled faintly of the perfume she wore that day she first came home with the wrong buttons. Weeks later, she moved out quietly, carrying her belongings in neat, clinical boxes. I kept the blouse in a drawer, a reminder of the day everything shifted. I walked our balcony that night, looking over the East River. The city lights flickered like broken stars. The wind was sharp. Silence. Not relief. Not victory. Just the weight of consequences that were precise and inescapable. Sometimes I catch myself staring at the blouse. A trivial detail, yet the turning point of an entire betrayal. A misbuttoned blouse. A careless smirk. and the world she built on lies, crumbling around her without a sound. I never touched the blouse again. I didn't need to. Its memory was enough. She returned home that day with her blouse buttoned in the wrong order. Everything after was inevitable. The end.